Hello, my loves. Elsie here with a collective reading. I'm just going to check out the energies that be in and around me at this time. I don't put times and dates and all that kind of stuff on these readings because it is for the collective. It'll happen when it happens, and whatever is meant for you will never pass you by. I promise. I promise. All right. Here we go. Is this your reading? Well, you're going to have to put on your intuitive hat. For those of you who are new to tarot, welcome. And I will call out the signs that are involved in order to get the story across to you or to let you know what energies are involved here. Other than that, you're going to have to put on your intuitive hat. This is a general reading. Please remember that, and that not all readings are for you, right? Careful with that. All right, here we go. Card is out. Let's go. What have we got? Something that is beginning brand new. Something in the material world. Something material is about to show its face. We have the Page of Pentacles. Something you can touch, taste, hold, smell. Maybe someone's bringing a gift. This is something that is beginning new. Just want to look at this card for a second. Something that you're going to uncover. Something is going to be brought to your attention. It's going to happen when you're not looking. Yeah, you're going to uncover something that looks really good to you. Something that is kind of delicious, I want to say, because I have a dog there looking at a bone. Yeah, it looks like the dog has uncovered the bone, which is quite the prize to the dog, right? But I think it's going to happen when you're not really looking. So maybe you're not the one who's beginning this again. Oh, okay. We have a reunion on the table that's terrifying you here, collective. But you know it's going to give you great balance, but you got to get past the devil energy first. We have the Three of Cups here. Nope, sorry, the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups here. I say the Three of Cups because there's three people on the card, right? But they are all sharing the one cup. So I feel as though with the fish in the background jumping out, I feel as like it's going to be something that pops up that you're not expecting. I feel like you're not expecting it because this guy here is holding a pentacle. He's kind of looking off in the distance. He doesn't really have his eye on the pentacle. No, doesn't. So I feel like it's something that you're not expecting. Something that it's like something that makes you nervous, or you've been feeling nervous, or you've been feeling as though, oh, this energy is creeping up behind you. For those of you who are looking here, you could be Capricorn, you could be Sagittarius, you could have those in your chart, in your big three, or maybe it's your person. But I feel as though what's creeping up behind you is a little bit of negative energy. You have an emotional attachment to someone or something, and you're trying to find a way to balance it or heal from it. You've attached yourself to the energy of, I need an apology. And I feel as though this devil energy is what's blocking you from your healing. So for those of you who feel like you can't move forward without the apology, please know the apology is never something that you require for yourself. Understand that even though they hurt you, do you really require them to come back and say, look, I hurt you, in order for you to know you've been hurt? No, you don't. You already know you've been hurt, right? So they don't really have to come back and tell you that they've hurt you. You already know that. So please be aware and understand that, oh, sorry, that scared me. Please be aware and understand that that you don't require that someone come to you and say, yeah, I'm confirming that I hurt you, in order for you to heal. Because I feel like you're going to get the healing regardless of whether or not this person comes back to tell you that they are sorry. All right. Let's take a look here, collective. All right, here we go, collective. Interesting. Yeah. You can be happy. You can be stable. You can have a firm foundation. You can have all of those things whether or not you get the apology. Whether or not that person comes back to tell you that they're sorry for their toxic ways or that they've hurt you, collective. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse, which tells me that if you're waiting on the apology, it's not coming. So you're going to have to try and find a way to get past that. And please, in forgiveness, if you forgive that other person, know that that forgiveness is for you and it's not for them. You really need to let someone off the hook because it's eating at you. And I feel like the devil energy tells me that. I feel like what's coming in the future is stability, is balance. For those of you who have a family, it could be balance in your family, healing the foundation of who you are. But I feel as though if you're expecting an apology, I'm sorry. I feel like it's not coming. I feel like that the Page of Pentacles tells me that whatever is coming for you, I feel is going to be good. Wish fulfillment is on the way and it is going to make you emotionally happy. But please understand that you can be emotionally happy without getting an apology. It's a decision that you make for you. It's a decision. It's a learned behavior. It's something that you can come to the knowledge of without someone actually verbalizing it to you. Wow. Yeah. Without someone verbalizing it to you, understand that you can still get past whatever it was that they did, even if it was their fault. And for some of you, it was. For some of you, you're absolutely correct. It was 100% their fault. But you know what? The forgiveness is up to you. Yes. And it's not saying that you'll never, it's not saying that they win or you lose. It's not about win or lose. It's about the gameplay, right? It's about how you want to carry on in your life. I feel like you've been waiting a long time in this redundant energy, being bored, waiting for the communication, for someone to finally come to the realization or the epiphany that they should be sorry. And what are you met with? You're met with silence. I feel like you feel that this person must come to you and apologize to you. And that's when you can carry on. That's when you'll have the healing. But understand the healing's always been within you. You've always been able to heal yourself. I speak from experience. I know this. Yeah, I speak from experience with someone that I had a really hard time with in this life, and then they passed away. And they did terrible things to me. And then they passed away. And I didn't get the apology, understand? I have to learn to forgive without their apology. And I think that's what this reading is about. It's about you learning to forgive them and carry on in your life, knowing that you are healed. Their healing, or what you might get from whatever they say to you, is really not a part of whether you heal or not. I feel like you've been waiting for this communication. I feel like you're regretful that it hasn't come yet. Waiting for the communication, feeling regretful that it hasn't come, right? I feel like eventually maybe someone will realize that they were in the wrong and they will come to you and say sorry, collective. Because the Judgment card is about, starting things brand new, resurrecting something that you thought was gone. Now, for some of you, this is going to be the self. This is going to be you being okay with not getting the apology, but being accountable for your part in it, regardless of whether they are accountable or not. Yeah. It's about the reconciliation within the self for some of you, because you're never going to get this apology for some of you. And for some of you, that person's going to come around after not speaking to you for a while, and they are going to say sorry. For some of you, you may get this person coming back around to tell you they're sorry and that they are regretful. But for some of you, you're waiting in silence for this communication that's never going to come. And you need to be okay with it, or it's going to be the biggest stumbling block of your life. And I speak from experience. Yeah, you need to learn to take the other path. The other path of forgiveness, you need to get out of this energy of sitting and waiting and thinking about it and thinking about it again and looking it over. You know already what the situation is. You know in your heart, and so does the universe, or the hanged man energy wouldn't be here. Piscean energy, which is highly psychic. You already know. You already know after going over the details, because there is Virgo in this. Virgo, I feel, is in this energy of the judgment. I feel like you already know that you have to take another path. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to take the other path. I feel like you're in indecision about that. 3 and 2 is 5. I feel like you're in indecision, 5 of Wands, right? You're kind of fighting with yourself as to whether you should just not worry about the apology and carry on, or whether you should wait for it. I don't feel like you should wait for it, to be honest. I with this Knight of Swords in the reverse, I feel like there's no communication or conversation. We do have the 8 of Wands, but I feel like you're next to it here. We've got the 4 of Cups saying that you're kind of waiting for no reason, kind of stagnant energy, right? Close the damn door. Close the door and figure it out. Figure it out. How do you want to be? What do you want to do next? Because whether or not this person loves you, and I know that you're wondering whether they do or not, the Lover's card here is in the reverse, because you still have a choice, but I understand that you don't know if they love you or not, because they haven't come back to apologize. And that has nothing to do with whether you close this chapter or not, because there's going to be victory. 6 of Wands, right? There's going to be victory here anyway. And so whether or not you get the apology, if you're the person that gets the apology, great. If you're not the person that gets the apology, know that you're going to be okay. You're going to go home. You're going to have victory. People are still going to look at you like you're amazeballs. They're still going to know that they can look up to you regardless, because you're always going to do the thing that's right, because you're always going to think about it before you take action. So are you going to close the door? It's up to you. Whether you close the door or not, or whether you get the apology or not, it's really about you. It's about you here, healing your foundation, healing your happiness, making sure that you have a knowing of what's coming up next. None of this, no more of this waiting, going to the crossroads here. No more of the waiting to make the decision. 2s are about the decision. You don't have to wait to make this decision. 3 and 2 is 5, which means you are in indecision. And you're in this stagnant hanged man energy. I feel like for some of you, you're going to be bussed out of that energy by this person coming back around to give you your apology. But for others of you, you're going to hang around and regret for a while. Just sort of sitting there, stewing, thinking that someone should come back and give you the apology. But is it really worth it? Shouldn't you just carry on? And if it's meant to be, it'll never pass you by. I know that you're losing hope that it's going to work and that you will get any sort of stable foundation. For some of you, it's about a partnership. But there you are in indecision, right? 5 of Wands, it's right here. 3 and 5 is 1, or 3 and 2 is 5. 5 of Wands, indecision. And you could get really hurt just by sitting there, because you're giving up this. You're giving up this independence, this abundant life, this good luck, this long-term relationship, whatever it is. Something's coming that you're going to be really happy with, because we do have the Knight of Cups here. So I feel like for some of you, like I said, keep saying it, you'll get the apology, and some of you won't. Some of you, it's just time to carry on. Close that chapter, finish it out, and carry on. That's what the universe is saying. I'm going to go for now. I love you guys. Thanks for logging in here today. Bye-bye.